about the different tasks that need to be done and the sequencing in which that happens. So, finally, what makes me the best candidate? What makes me the best candidate is, first of all, I really understand local issues. I have been part of this, this council, when we talk about broadband, and when we talk about green spaces. And I've been to so many other organizations because I've been a member of the Japanese American Citizens League, University of Washington Consulting and Business Development Center, and even the Asian Council of Process. So those are the kinds of things that make me the best candidate because, you know what? I represent you. And that the most important person is not me, but you. And that's why I want to help you to achieve your dreams. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Camilla Jayapal and I'm running for the 37th District State Senate seat. I want to tell you a little bit about me. I am an immigrant from India. I came to the United States when I was 16 years old. My parents took all the money that they had and they used it to send me here by myself because they believed that this was the place that I would have the best education and the brightest future. I think I've only just started to recognize what a sacrifice that was because I now have a 17-year-old myself who is a senior at Garfield. And so I think I've just really understood exactly what that meant to send your child across the oceans and know that they might never come back. But it's been an incredible honor for me to be in this country, and so I've spent the last 20 years of my life fighting for immigrant rights, civil rights, working families, women's issues, really a whole host of things that are about social justice. And I'm very proud of that. Some of you may know me for the work that we've done at One America. I started what was called Hate Free Zone, then changed its name to One America. It's now the largest immigrant advocacy organization in the state. I ran it for 12 years. I've also just finished serving as the co-chair of the Police Chief Search Committee with Ron Sims. Very proud to have picked Kathy O'Toole as our new Seattle Police Chief. And I think she's going to do a lot for our community, and really she's a breath of fresh air. Also worked on the $15 minimum wage committee, which was a very difficult process, really, to get everybody together. But I believe that part of why I will do a good job in the state senate is because I do figure out ways to bring very disparate views around the table together towards a solution. And we will lift up 100,000 workers out of poverty and up to 15 over the next 10 years, put almost $2.9 billion into low-wage workers' pockets. I am proud to be living in this district. I've been a resident here for 19 years. I live in Hillman City, lived in the same house for about 12 years. And I can't think of a better place to represent because this district is really the most racially and economically diverse district in the state. And we have so much to teach the rest of the city, the rest of the state, in terms of how we do things and what our values are, and really how we come together towards solutions. Our campaign is not just about electing me. It's really about building a movement, a strong movement for justice and for the values that all of us see and want for our communities. So we've knocked on over 21,000 doors across this district, which ranges from South Capitol Hill all the way down into Skyway and Renton. We have translated our materials into numerous languages, and we have been asking people, what do you want? And what people say is, we want an education system that works for everybody. We want our kids to know that our kids are really going to be able to have their schools fully funded and be able to get good educations. And that's all the way from early learning to post-secondary. So whether it's a community college or whether it's a university, the reality is we need to fund those schools and we need to allow teachers to have the supports that they need so that they can get the work done. Transportation. We've got to get a transportation system that works, including public transit. And then the safety net of services. It's very easy to hear the conversation in Olympia around funding our schools and say, hey, yeah, we can take all the money and find it, we can put it into education, but we cannot cut everything else around. There's no point in having a community that values K-12 education, but cuts all the other supports around healthcare and our kids being able to go to college and all the other things that we want. So we're going to have to walk through that, and I have a lot of experience in really crafting those kinds of solutions and compromises that are tough because on the work around immigration reform, we had to do that. We had to work across the aisle. I had to work with very unlikely partners, but we were able to do a tremendous number of things there. And it's because of all of this work that I have done around social justice issues, immigrant rights, and civil rights that I'm really proud to have the endorsement of Senator Patty Murray, of Mayor Ed Murray, of King County Executive Dow Constantine, the sole endorsement of the 37th District Democrats and the King County Democrats. Every single labor union has endorsed me. Every single environmental group has endorsed me. Every single women's rights group has endorsed me. This is the coalition that we are going to need if we are really going to make true change happen in the state of Washington. And our work now is to really create the movement. So we have had over 200 volunteers with the campaign, knocking on doors. And I gotta tell you, the best part about it is all the young people that are out. We have 7 interns right now that are high school seniors that are working with us. We have all these young women of color, immigrants who have never been involved in the process, people who have felt disconnected from the process, coming out to volunteer with us. And especially with the young women, the great thing is, for the first couple of weeks, they're kind of shy and they're standing off to the side. And then they sidle up and they say, do you think I could run for office someday? And it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch because I am of the belief that policymakers can come up with good policies, but they've got to be able to organize and move people around those policies, both in the legislature and outside of the legislature. So that's what I'm looking to do, is really create a movement that's not just about one person doing what's right, but is really about all of us standing up for the democracy that we believe is possible and putting ourselves out there in ways that sometimes don't feel like comfortable, but really fighting for the things that we want, making sure that we have a wage, a living wage that really allows people to do the work that they need to do, making sure that we have health care that really serves everybody, making sure that young people can have a dream of a college education where we used to pay 70% of a four-year institution's cost for a young person going to college. Today, we only pay 30%. That's just not right. And we can do better. And I know this district has it in it to do better because we know how this all works. So I hope you'll vote for me. I hope that we can work together to build a movement we need for change. And I'm really looking forward to